maybe start off with this movie. Okay, well, basically it's all about creativity, I thought, because I can't somehow talk about behind, you know. Well, one thing what inspires us was an award, and I brought this one here because I'm quite proud to show it to you guys. The car you saw in the movie was the first EyesOn Design Award, won the best show car 2 years ago. And this is the award for the Audi A6. We got the award 2 days ago for the best production car, and that was something very inspiring for us, you know. We're quite happy to get that here, and Detroit is very special, especially for me, but I'll tell you why later. The big question about what inspires Audi designers, what's inspiring us, it's all about perception, I think. It's all about a strong history. You have to have a strong history to be inspired. You have to have a very strong team. I think it's always teamwork, and you have to be clear they're all on track. And it's about a strong dream. I mean, we build dream cars. We try to get them in production, as you see down there. But, well, it's all about a very strong dream. The history, you can see there's a lot of shapes going on. The single grill, the single frame grill, for example, was inspired by one of these 30s race cars. And you see the little car in the back. You see the surface entertainment. All that is very inspiring for a designer. That's me with a part of my team. We talk a lot. I think it's quite important. That's the exterior design studio. I wanted to give you a little bit a hint, you know, into our work on our daily basis, how we interact, how we perceive things, you know. And so we talk quite a lot about our dreams, our desires, and you know, sometimes we try to give it a clear vision. And that was one of these clear visions, you know. We had a happening where we gave the board, we had a presentation with the board, and we just gave them some flash lamps, you know. It was not a classical presentation, just said, okay, all board members get one flash lamp, and then you can just feel the car, you know, go close to the car, look at the car, touch it, and these are all these lines doing because they were going around, and so it's inspiring even for the board to work with us. And you have to find new ways. I think that's what I want to talk about, you know. It's quite important to go your way, to be inspired and to go your way, to be very clear, and that's very important to have the right people, the right members in the team to go their way. And we use some very traditional methods, you know. I think, and I believe, it's quite important to stay here physically, you know. I think it's nice to be here in Detroit, and so you have to feel the brush, you have to feel the color, and sometimes we'll just break out on virtual reality and we'll just work 3D, hands-on on our work. And this was another thing that we tried out. This is a chief, a cook, and he's preparing food for the national team of the German soccer team, the Roman soccer team, and we invited him over, we're doing a project with him. And I think creating cars is a little bit the same like preparing food. So we talked to him, and he had this one wonderful sentence. He said, you know, if you want to make good food, you need good base material. You know, you need good meat, good salt, everything. I mean, from nothing, you will only achieve nothing. That's what he said, and that's always what I tell the board. If we want to achieve something good, you know, we need some money for some nice headlamps or something. From nothing comes nothing, you know. So this was a presentation where we covered the actual design piece, and you first have to touch it, you have to feel it, because I think it is a tactile thing. And you know, a good car, if we talk about leather, if we talk about door handle or something, it has to visualize, of course, but I think you feel something with your fingers, and that's really a cutting edge for us to be very clear that you first see through your fingertips, you know, through your finger. So what we quite stress a lot, we like to invite people over to talk with us about design, about art. This is Amber Mann and Tom Dixon. And that's quite inspiring for us as well, you know, to give the team the chance to talk to these people and to get their vision, to get their ideas, how they progress. This was wonderful talking to them. We had, that's Stephen Burks, a designer from New York. We invited him over to do a project with us. And it's all about reality in the end. You know, you buy a real car. So we have a test track in Neustadt. And sometimes, you know, the space, because of our big portfolio, gets very limited in our design studio. We go to the test track, and this area, this is a big pavement where you can really, you know, slide cars and do things, you know, really have fun, you know, with cars. And so we bring all our cars out there, and we'll compare them, you know, in the family with the competitors. And it's quite fun to be out there, even if it's raining. We have a blast. It's just nice. Okay, that's one part of inspiration, you know, that's maybe the part being not so much driven into, or not so much communicated in automotive design. That's why I thought I'll open the door a little bit for you. The other part is, it's all about shapes in automotive design, of course. It's all about lines. I mean, we know that. And it's all about very strong design. So, well, by the way, that's I call it V8. You know, it's one missing out, but you know, a big, good V8 engine is always running, even if one piston is missing out, you know. So this is basically the core team of the Audi exterior design. And we're just talking about, there's 3 tiles in the back. We're talking about how do we really progress with our big portfolio. It's keep on growing, it's getting bigger and bigger, and you have to differentiate, you know, the lines, the statement of the car, the vision. So we decided they're all athletes, of course, you know, all Audis are athletes, they're very sporty. So we have a luxury athlete, which is the A family, and this has to basically be the core of our brand. So there's an A1, and there's an A3, there's an A4, up to an A8, and they all have to have a very good tension in their lines. They have to be extended low. That's what the long line represents. It's kind of a sculpture. And then we have a lot of Q models. I mean, you know, there's a Q7, there's a Q5, there's a Q3 coming up. So we thought, what is this one going to be? You know, where are we shooting for? And this sculptural tile will basically say it's, you know, if you have American football or something, you have protective gear on you, and we want to reflect that in our cars. You know, that's maybe a claim which is quite strong for the Q family. And then we have the competitive edge, you know, very sporty cars, and we feel you have to really show muscles. So it's not a straight line, it's more tension, muscles to it. And that's basically core about surfacing. If we start a car, everybody has to have that in mind, you know, to be clear where we're shooting for. And then we have this, I think the car is a little bit like a poem. You know, if you look around it, it's a wordless poem. It has to talk to you, it has to appeal to you. So we thought there has to be somehow poetry of a movement, and what else, or what could that do better than moving lines? So we started with a straight line, curved it a little bit, and this was quite a lot of inspiration to us, plus the material. You know, it's all about tactile things, so aluminum is not as cold as steel, aluminum is lighter than steel. So this is a strong inspiration, just the lines and the material. Here it comes already together. You know, we have lines and material come together, and it appeals. It's very, very strong. It's very strong. And we thought, what could we do out of it? You know, and we finally ended up developing a new wood application for our interiors. This is a quite cutting-edge technology. We use it on the A8 and we use it on the A7, and it gives you the opportunity. Basically, I'll go back. Yeah. This is aluminum strips and wood combined. And we use this in the interior to show more shapes. So here we come together with lines and shapes, and that's very unique. I feel that's very unique, and that's